What's good, YouTube? It's your boy LaPaul, man. Today, well, it's early in the morning. And today I am going to be doing a story time that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be talking about something that's very sentimental to me. This is not for anything. You know, for the string that I know my grandma would want me to make this video. Is that just squeaking like that? Yeah. It's gonna change my whole family life. From my brother to my sister to my mama to my auntie to my uncle to my little cousin to everybody, bro. Like, I could be comfortable enough now telling y'all it took me a while. I don't really like people knowing about me and all that, but I feel like as the people that support me, which is y'all, I feel like I should be able to do anything for y'all and be able to get in front of this camera and let y'all know more about me, since I want to sign my life over to YouTube. Like, before I start this story, any nigga that play with my grandma, play me behind this camera, I'm not playing no games. I'm willing to go to jail behind my grandma, son. This is not a prank. I'm so serious. Alright, so let me see. I believe I don't think I could go on my phone and go way back to this because my mom and my auntie, I have so many messages. But then I got a phone call from my auntie, so, but now that's not the point. Okay, no, I'm gonna go back to this day. Alright, this is a very special day to me because this is the most sentimental, that's my last and very sentimental moment with my grandma. I remember I was coming from school. Crazy day. No, I ain't went home. I got in the car with my uncle, and we went to my grandma's house. I went through the door, and I remember nothing else this day. I don't remember nothing else because it's so old. This was last year. We're in 2021 right now. This was January 2020. Oh, man, this was on the time I had like 75 subscribers. I had just started YouTube. My videos was corny. I did not know I could make the videos private, so if you just a OG nigga and you watch them videos that I deleted, I bang with you, bro. And if you still here, I really bang with you. So that day, I go to my grandma's house, go inside. I was over there for a long time. I remember I walked all the way to Dollar General, came back. Yeah, I think that's the store that's over there. And I had went inside, and my uncle had walked through the door. I had put on NBA Youngboy, Dirty Ayana, and my grandma, she was like, what that is? I was like, this NBA Youngboy, mama. She's like, oh, the little crazy boy with the dance in his head you showed me. Well, I call him dance. I don't remember what she said. I just know she remember his head. I was showing her Dirty Ayana, and my uncle Val was in the room. That's my uncle name, Laval. He was like, we were bumping that. I was just talking about how I be a gold and such and such. She like, he remixed Michael Jackson song. You know this Michael Jackson song, such and such. Yeah, I was like, yeah, but he did it better. She's like, you really think he could? I really remember this conversation too. She's like, you really think he could? He better than Michael Jackson, huh? They buck hard behind that little MJ, that little that bluzzy. That day over with. I'm walking out the door, and this moment just felt so sentimental. I don't know why, but I always like feel that last sentimental moment as I'm doing something the last time. Like, if it's my last time, I'm gonna remember it, and our last time talking, I feel like I get a little flash or something. I feel like, I don't know, it just be weird. I remember my grandma said, I love you, and I told her I love you, and I closed the door. But I remember when I closed the door, I held the doorknob for like 5 seconds. For nothing. Days later, my grandma had asked me, my grandma was asking us, me and my brother to spend the night. My bad, y'all, I keep on yawning. My grandma had asked us to spend the night, and I felt bad because I said no. And I feel like I could have did something to stop this from happening, but you can't feel that way, you know. When it's your time, I guess your time. And I believe everything happened for a reason, and your due date is set before God even put you on earth. Everything that happened is supposed to happen. In my eyes, I feel like that's what I'm taught. So if you get hit by a car tomorrow, that's the way you're supposed to go out. That's the time. So you can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing, because we all got an expiration date. I feel like I know I'm not gonna cry during this video. I'm on the phone with my partner Rayon. I think it was Tiana. Make sure I drop a like, comment, and subscribe. So my auntie had called me. It was like 3:40 in the morning. I don't even remember what time. I think it was like 2:40 or something. It was early. I just remember it was early in the morning. When my auntie was like, "Eddie, what you doing?" I said, "Nothing, chilling." She said, "Go wake your mama up. My more house on fire." So I wake my brother up. I'm like, "Jerron, TD said my more house on fire." Like, I'm looking at this dude in a stupid way, like, cause I'm like, this lady crazy, brother. Nothing ain't happened to my grandma, but I guess I couldn't tell from my auntie voice, cause she must have not had gotten to the place to realize what was going on. So I'm thinking this lady just crazy, such and such, like how you set the house on fire and all that. I'm thinking it's crazy, bro. I'm thinking this lady's just crazy, bro. She always up to no good, bro. If you know my grandma, you know she gonna do what she want, when she want, how she want, and ain't nobody changing it. That's what make the story. That's what make her house being on fire more crazy, bro. I go downstairs, I wake my mom up. My mom looking at me like, what? So my mom get up, she walk out the door, go to my grandma's house, all that. By me being up so late, I sleep throughout the day. I ain't think nothing was gonna happen. I ain't think nothing was happening. Like, I ain't think nothing was going on. I think everybody's just living their normal life. Momo probably got a little small, slight injury. My grandma, that's what I call my grandma, Momo. She got a little small, slight injury. All right. So when I get up, it was never brought to my attention, like the severity. I don't even know if that's a word. I think the most believable story was, niggas hit a plug like this, like a lamp, like the little lamp sparked, and it flashed. They had little chalk spots by, like, I think what could have possibly been the cause. It caught flame and the walls caught on fire, such and such. And my grandma was just sitting there, like she was just sitting there in the fire for a long time. Smoke detectors wasn't working. She would have been like, all right, it's a fire. Get up, get out. She probably was tired, dozing off. The neighbor upstairs saw the smoke coming from his vents and stuff. He the one that called the ambulance. She sat in the fire until the firefighters came in. I didn't know the badness of the situation until we got in front of the hospital. So we wasn't even talking about it. We wasn't even talking about it out the day. So I remember the next day after that, we let a whole day go through. We getting out the car. My mama called Auntie Kasha to come get my little sister Breeze, the baby, because Breeze was 1 month old. Breeze was 1 month old. Before we walked through the doors, my mom was like, when you go in here, I want you to tell Mama you love her. I want you to go inside the hospital bed and tell Mama. And I was like, alright, so this gotta be bad, cause she talking like that. And the way she looked at me. So we go to the hospital. We go to the dang. I think I deleted it because it was blowing me. This is what the thing is, though. I was just sitting there. It's just a little snap, bro. But I think I had the thing somewhere. I can't find it right now. We had went through the doors. Remember the doors open like that. And my grandma was laying there. I hate to get too explicit on the video, but well, not even explicit, like give sensitive info, but it's like she was pink. I don't even want to get into that detail. It's like something that you wouldn't want to sit through. Like her whole body was like bad. Like I'd be feeling like, as my grandma, I'd be feeling like I wouldn't even want to be sitting here right now. It looked like if you even touch my grandma, it'll just hurt so bad. I had walked through the door. I turned around. I started crying. I started crying before I even like could like actually process the fact that this is my grandma. Alright, so me and my brother, it was just me and my brother. We walked to the side of the bed and I said, Momo. And her face teary. I said, Momo. And she did something that she didn't do since she got there. She opened her eyes. She was trying to open her eyes and look. She was like this. She was trying to look at us. That's a good thing. I'm happy I made my grandma feel like I was there. And I said I love you, Momo. But as my grandma sitting there, like she unresponsive. She got a big tube in her mouth. She got boo-boo things that the doctors hooked up to her. And I just walked back out the room because I just can't look at it, son. I walked out the room crying. I got myself it was like a pattern. I walked out the room crying, got myself together. I went back in the room crying, got myself together, back out. We had went downstairs for breakfast. But I was just thinking, my grandma, the lady that I lived with at some point in time, as a small kid, the lady I used to go by every weekend, to the lady that lived next door to me. Appreciate y'all grandmas while y'all got them. And that's what I be forgetting to do sometimes. You know, y'all think they be old, but sometimes they aggravate you. More memories and moments with you. We went in the lobby. My little cousin Legend, this nigga was acting bad this day, bro. Legend was acting a fool in the lobby. He was playing. I remember he was playing. I was like, dang, son, this nigga here, he bad. He not as bad as he was. Got discipline, man. He listened. The only niggas people up there, but it wasn't from all my other cousins. And this nigga acting a fool, bro. This nigga acting a fool. So I remember I went in there again, and this one time it just felt so weird because they was like they gonna pull a plug so that way my grandma don't have to suffer and go through that pain. They was talking about surgery and everything, but it was like there's no point in surgery, brother, because she gonna come back doing worse than what she was. She gonna be basically a vegetable. I remember that's what you call that shit. And you know that's something that people have a hard time shaking back from. Why do put somebody through all that miserable pain of their life when they could just be free and not have to suffer at all? But I had went in there, and knowing that the plug was pulled and everything, the room was a little crowded too. They had like 6 people in there. My cousin Chanel, my auntie. Yeah, and this time I remember I walked out the room. I was crying like probably the hardest I ever cried. This nurse saw me. She said, "You want a cup of water?" And I'm like, nigga, you think a cup of water gonna make me feel better right now? Like, nigga, get out. But like, she was being, I was being mean in my brain. But she doing what a nurse supposed to do. Like, supposed to soothing me. Like, I'm just saying, yeah, just cause. And then I had drunk a little bit of that water. That water was not feeding me, bro. I drank a little bit of that water. I got to the trash can. I slung that water. Bro, I went in the bathroom. And then I was just crying. And I looked myself in the mirror. I was like, it's time to go hard. my mom really think that, to me, my mom think my grandma and dad really ain't hit me. It's like, I think about it all the time. I just don't like talking about it because it messes with other people's vibes, and it could bring you straight into a depression mood. It could bring you straight into a depression mood when somebody's speaking on somebody that you miss. Like, you'll get aggravated by, you wouldn't get aggravated, but it just brings down into a depression mode. It make you depressed when you see somebody talk about them, post them, anything that bring memories to your brain of that person. They gon' go into an instant depression mode no matter what. It don't do it don't really faze me because I just think of happy moments of my brother. But I say my brother, my grandma, some people just get fazed by it. You know what I'm saying? She just be like, what that is you trying to do? YouTube, I was showing her me 1v1 with basically is my brother Dennis, playing Dennis in basketball, stuff like that, such and such. You know, just she like that. She like that. She was like, oh, your mom know you be doing all that on YouTube, such and such. Man, that's the type of person my grandma was. Man. I sat in the lobby for a long time. I was popping in and out because I knew it's like as time came down, her breaths in and out, they got more chunkier and chunkier and chunkier and chunkier. And I just know I did not want to be in there when once that thing show that blank line, I did not want to be in there. I remember I took a little nap. I felt bad that I low-key did this. I felt bad. And I remember I woke up and then I'm sitting in the lobby chair. Yeah, I came in there. My auntie walking out in there, she was like, she died. And I seen it coming, and I knew because I was prepared for this. And at that moment, my brain just went instant flashback. It's like I had a flashback of my whole lifeline with this lady. I was just sitting there like, I ain't crying. Then that was the last time, I promise you, that was the last time I cried. That was the last time I cried by my grandma. And then he had like, touched my grandma. That was the last time like I really touched her. Blase. Dang, son. Like, I remember I was looking through the window at the casket. I was like, I never thought I'd be here. Like, unexpectedly. Like, I'd be expecting it. Like, I'd be expecting my grandma to die from her health. Cause you know, grandmas don't do nothing to die unexpectedly.